So namaste and welcome everyone. Today we are on this call to take stock of what we went through in the last 1 month. And basically we went out in a manner that we go out and reach out to the readers through book fairs, through one-to-one interaction. And we were led by capable hands of Mr. Satadal Lahiri. He took the initiative. He's from Kolkata, and as an IITN, he always has a brain bigger than the rest of us. So he took the lead, he took the initiative, he took the risk, I would say. He took the financial hit at times, but his sole motive was to take us all together. And that's the beauty of the entire gamut of the show, that he took the efforts not for himself. Normally, any author, as people say, it is a solo journey, it's a lonely journey, but not in case of Satadal, who ensured that everybody rides piggyback with him. And for this, I'll tell you what all he did. He started with the New Town Book Fair. Then we went to the Utsav, which is a national event. That's not exactly a book fair, but within the Utsav, he created a book fair environment. And then he went on to the Karunamoi Book Fair, or the famous Kolkata Book Fair, which is running for 45 years. Through his efforts, he has not only been able to show the books to the audience, to the readers, but also in the process ensured that at least one copy of each author gets sold every day. Now imagine he has to find out the mood of the reader, what kind of a profile the reader has, and then he proposes a book, to match and gel with the mood of the reader. What, not only the genre, within that same genre, people will have, so many different tastes. So he's one man who could read the mind of the audience, and he could propose the right book and click the right sales within minutes. So this was a very interesting thing that he did, and I was really, awestruck by the methodology of his reaching out to the readers. And not even once did he say, buy my book, this is the best. He would sometimes bring out yours, sometimes bring out mine. And those who all agree with this, please show up your hands and maybe give a round of applause for Mr. Satadal Lahiri, because the task that he has done is really, really commendable. And beyond the book fairs, he has made serious inroads into the literary circles. And we have Mr. Mohan Nair with us, who has been, the right hand and the holding pillar of the entire show, along with Mr. Lahiri. A big applause for Mr. Mohan Nair also. So Satadal has been able to make inroads into the literary circles. He has sent out dozens of our books into the national libraries. Now, it's not a small thing to achieve. A national library, if you have seen pictures on the internet of Kolkata National Library or Delhi or Chennai, they're not small libraries. They are humongous. And this itself is a reward or an award or a certificate or whatever you say, that your book has gone into the National Library. Then he has sent out the books into the British Council Library. He has sent out the books to various publishers. Various publishers have, approached him with interest. So in future, if anybody is going to publish the book, you have to ask which publisher is the best. Take the help of Mr. Satadal. He will direct you to the right kind of publisher who will do the job for you. Also, he has been able to make inroads into various other circles apart from libraries. like he will mention the list of the places where he's going to go on with this show. So this is like endless viewership, which I had not imagined at the outset when we were both talking about book fairs. You know, the first nascent ideas we were throwing at each other, what if, what if, what if, and then finally I said, Satadal, let's go ahead. Even if there is a financial loss, we will split it half and half. So we took that chance, and he took all that pain and effort, and thanks to you, Satadal, again for that. Now over to you, Satadal, to give a recap of, you know we will try to keep this meeting short, okay, so that everybody has different sleeping habits. We will try to wind up within half an hour. So we will I'll tell you what we are going to do. We are having a short we are going to have a short speech from Satadal, telling what are the advantages of going into book fairs and this kind of presentation, and also the further on presentations that he's going to lead us into. And then we will have Deepak Devraj telling us about the further prospects of participating in the Kochi Book Fair in Kerala. And after that, if anybody has a question or any comment, we'll try to have a, 2, 3 people talking about it. So we'll try to close it within 30-40 minutes from now. Okay, over to you, Satadal. Thank you.
Good evening to everybody, and thank you, Vikram sir, for putting it so lucidly what we have achieved through this book fairs. Actually, the idea was to give a positive visibility to all the authors in a physical form. And we are working virtually. Of course, we are working with AMS ads and BookBub ads. We are getting noticed virtually, but physically, after this corona has come down, we needed a presence. And Kolkata, as you all might be knowing, that it's a place of voracious readers. So we had this Newtown Book Fair, and egged on by the success of Newtown, then we continued our journey to various other book fairs, including the Kolkata International Book Fair. There are certain learnings that I'd like to share. First of all, congratulations to all the participants, all the authors who supported me, and of course, people who came down like SD Kar, BPC, of course, was a great support to me. Mohan Nair is a support throughout my life. Devi Prasad, Rakshit, Spandan Ganguly, thank you everybody for supporting me and supporting the whole team. And we will build up this strength slowly. And in Kochi, you can see there are many more participants. And it is very courageous indeed by Deepak Devraj to take on the cue. All the best, Deepak. Now, coming down to the learnings that we had during the fairs. Number one, still people are quite fond of reading physical books. Of course, there has been a rise in e-books, readership of e-books during the corona period, but still people who are real readers, we have to discover people who are real readers. People, just 62% of people buy books just to keep in the safe. But there are certain people who read word for word. They are the real readers for us. And they give their appraisals. They send the word out to various libraries, groups, etc. So we have to reach them. We have to get our books in their hands. So that was our motive number one. Motive number two, in the literary circles, as Vikramji said, we have to make inroads and we have to say, okay, we are also there. So that has been achieved. And the third thing is continuing with the process, follow-up processes. These 3 fairs are over. But now I'm getting invites from XLRI, Jamshedpur, Loyola School today, fresh. Jamshedpur, Rotary Club, Bajbaji in Kolkata, and then various other indoor events we are getting invites to, where our books will be showcased, and there'll be a concentrated audience of fiction, non-fiction, poetry who would like to come visit, speak about the books, and then of course join us. So we have got some non-AFH members also who have joined us, and they want to be part of the process. They're excited. They are sending the words across, and of course they have bought our books as well. So these are the another thing that Vikramji said was that of libraries. Now, let me clarify about the libraries. Many people are not aware of it. Generally, bigger libraries, what they do, if I go with my book to a bookstore, say Oxford bookstore, and I say that this is a book, this is a good book that I have written, or Vikramji has written, or Devi Prasad has written, you can keep the book in your library. They will not, entertain me, because I am not nobody very famous, or I am not somebody who is having a political or some other backing. So people believe in papers. So when they go to the big bookstores, they generally buy after seeing references from libraries. So they go to the library, show me your catalog. What are the books in these genres? What are the books in these genres? What are the newer books that have come? When they show the catalog and the names are written, the names of the books and the authors, then they start procuring in bulk, because they believe in the libraries. And once they start buying in the bulk, the word goes around. And smaller booksellers, they take the cue from the bigger booksellers, and they also start buying in the bulk. The buying happens from the smaller booksellers, and then it goes to the bigger booksellers. So it is a process. It takes time, but then once the circle rotates, then you can really start feeling the difference. So we have started rotating the circle. We have just pushed the circle. Now the circle has to come a full turn. Now most of the books are there in the National Library. I don't think I have missed out somebody. I tried to push most of the books to the library. We had Mohan Nair here, we had quarrels. We had quarrels with the librarians. We had fights with the librarians. We had a lot of questions asked. I had to answer a lot of questions, jabbering for 1.5 hours regarding each book. Sometimes it was cumbersome, but the motive was to push the books, which I did, and they were not ready to take any more books from us. I was trying to promote Spandan Ganguly's poetry book, but they refused me entry, saying that you have sent so many books, no more books, please. So I'm sorry, Spandan, for that. But next time, of course, in the district fairs, I'll catch hold of some libraries for your poetry book. Be rest assured about that. Is Spandan there? So next we go indoors, because the sun has become harsh. And also we have got these district fairs. District book fairs are big attractions. If you have a stall in Kolkata International Book Fair and you go to the district, people start following you. We are going to Darjeeling, we are going to Kalimpong, which is a huge, huge nexus of people coming from various parts of the world and various parts of the country who are good English readers. So we'll get good visibility in the district fairs. And we are not going to the other district fairs. We are not going to Sundarban or anything like that. We are going to places where there are English readers. BPC will say Darjeeling, Kalimpong, etc. have got good amount of English readers. And before I'd like Deepak to say something about the Kochi fair. I'd like BPC, as one of the senior most members of our team who came down to Kolkata after a long time, to share a few words about the fair. BPC, please.
Thank you, Satadal. Thank you, Bikram. I don't have anything to share, just to, show my gratitude to you and your team. And above all, Bikram, I want to congratulate you in person as I go virtual with you, that you could make among the first 1,000 of best writers. So it is a big.
By the way, Bikram was 779. I'll get the letter soon. Today there was a lot of rush and all that. So I'll get the letter within a week's time. He was 779 in rank.
And it was personally very good stint for me, a learning exercise. I did not expect that it will be so nice, 5 days of being there in Kolkata, in some other atmosphere. Thank you, Satadal, for everything.
Thank you, sir. And another great thing happened was SD Kar thankfully is there. SD Kar's book got selected by a very famous director of Bengali movies. And okay, he was known to me. His name is Anirban Saha. SD Kar's Budi Ganga. If somebody has not read the book, Muffled Screams of Budi Ganga, please lay your hands on that. SD Kar, say something about your book, please. You are there in Kolkata as well.
So, about my book, it's a small book. It's a book on, it's a transit between India and Bangladesh. It's a crime mystery, and I've tried to keep it simple. There are no superhero kind of person there. All people are real from the society itself. So maybe that is the connect that people are liking it, because I don't have phota poster Nikla hero kind of thing. So everybody is real, and that is what.
And
And
SD,
about the Kolkata, yeah.
Kolkata Book Fair experience?
Yes, sir. So I was there with some other perception that it would be a international book fair. So although the energy, the liking for the book of Bengalis are like quite phenomenal, but I was expecting a lot of books from other languages, let's say Spanish, Italian, or Indian other languages. But all I could find, 95% of them were Bengalis. I don't necessarily say that this is a bad thing or good thing, but it was my perception. So there was a gap between.
Now,
So
what
there was a
happened?
gap between.
What happened, SD, was we were primarily roaming around, in the areas of the Bengali books. In the left side, of the guild office, there was the Spanish, Italian, even the Russian, and the pavilion for USA, which we missed. In fact, the day when BPC flew away from Calcutta, I had a chance of visiting the total fair when Devi Prasad so kindly accepted to manage the stall. So we missed that. In fact, I would have also missed that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, become sir, please.
Thank you, Satadal, for the recap of the entire things. And the more I say would be less for whatever you have done in this, over a month, and that too with challenges of your health and all that. It was a humongous task, and you have done it beautifully. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I would request one of the very senior members, Dr. Nair, who is with us for the first time in this gamut of book fair. So Dr. Nair, with whatever you have captured in your mind from the discussions and all that, previously also we have been sharing videos. So what inspired you to get into this? Is it because of the Kerala connection? Please unmute. Please unmute.
Unmute, sir.
Please unmute, sir.
He's got muted once again.
Dr. Nair, please unmute. Thank you. You're getting muted again. Please unmute, sir. Please unmute. Dr. Nair, please unmute.
Is it okay?
Yeah, now okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying repeatedly, but it didn't come. Thank you, Vikram. Thank you for inviting me to talk. As you rightly observed, this is my first experience or first association with a book fair. For some specific reasons, in the previous book fairs, I could not participate. After hearing from you as well as Satadal, I feel sorry that I missed it. Now, I hope that better late than never. So I'll now gain the experience and the limelight that can be achieved thanks to associating with this book fair. Starting with the Kochi fair, I would like to have this experience. And there's nothing more to add except that the fact of missing the earlier book fairs really was a loss to me. This is my understanding now, awakening of the awareness. Okay, now let me see going forward as to how it will be, and thereafter I can share more. Thank you.
Thank you. And today, those who are with me in the like-minded intellectuals group in Telegram, I posted a picture of the population density of West Bengal and some parts of Bihar is more than several countries' population put together, and they are not small countries. If you have a look at that map, you will be astonished what kind of dense population we have made a beginning with, and thankfully that zone, that West Bengal population, is inborn a literary population, and the next being Kerala. So I think we are going on the very right path, in the right trajectory. So we have a young leader who has emerged with his own initiative to lead us in the Kerala Book Fair in Kochi. Deepak Devraj, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Vikramji. Hi, everyone. So talking about the Kochi Book Fair, as all of you might have been knowing the details about it. So it is 24th of the Kochi International Book Festival, which is going to happen in starting from April 1st to April 10th. So it's a 10-day book fair, and talking a little more about it. This is also my first experience as a going in a different way, because earlier I used to go to book fairs to buy books. So this is the first time I'm not only selling my books, but also I'll be ensuring that I'll try to sell books of each one of you, whoever is participating. So it's a new experience for me also. So talking a little more about it. Kindly ensure that you send me your books before, say, March 30th, so that it will be ready, and it can be taken from day one onwards. What else to say? So I think all of you have made the payment. I have received payment from around 25 people. So initially around 33 people showed interest towards participating this. So right now around 25 people has paid for this. And so generally in Kerala, people prefer reading Malayalam books around. That's the main preference. But at the same time, there is a good number of English readers also. Okay, so when it comes to English books, I'm sure that our very wide variety of collections, around say around 30 people who are interested to participate, and each of these authors, they have got around 2 or 3 books on average. So that brings to that much of number of books, close to 80 or 90 titles are there. So it's a very good variety. There's a lot of varieties. So I'm sure that we will be able to do well in terms of that English book stall. Okay, when it comes to we would be getting customers who's interested to read English books, and I'm sure that we would do well. And at the same time, please send me the description of your books. Okay, and also if you have got any bestseller tags, please send me those screenshots also, because that will help me to actually communicate with the customers. Like I can say to them that, look, this book has become the bestseller. Okay, and I can give them a brief description about that book also. So because for us people, we know about bestseller. I mean, we don't give too much of value to it, but for outsiders and all, when they hear about bestseller, it's a great thing actually. They would be very much surprised. Oh, this book is a bestseller. It's like rating our book equivalent to that the famous authors of the internet. I mean, at the international level. So that's why. Whatever achievements you got regarding your book, you just please send me. If it is 1 or more times you got the bestseller, is also fine. If you haven't got the bestseller, also, if your book has come in the top 10 ranking or top 20 ranking, even that is also good enough. Actually, just try to take the screenshot of that and send me. Even if I say to the customers about that, even that is a good value for them, because some of them might not be knowing much about the bestseller thing and all. So that is one thing. And another thing I would like to say, we need to give a good name to our stall also. Okay, there are some suggestions that we got. So if Some of you can select whichever is good for you. Okay, I will also do my selection, like which I feel is good. You can also, and after we decide the name of our stall, we need to start creating the posters and all. And I will try to visit some, like say colleges and all, and try to give some posters here and there. I'll do some circulation. There'll be our stall number also there, so I'll try to request them to visit our stall. So I'll try to do these things before the event begins. So and as of now, like I'll be during the weekends I'll be free, so I'll be going to the stall and staying there, and I've also requested my wife to support me, so maybe someday she'll also come. And if anybody of you is interested to come down to Kochi, please do so. It will be a great encouragement for us. If you have any plans to come, please do so. So there are few people from Kerala itself, like Dr. Thomas is there, Dr. KRS Nair is there, Devi Sunny is there, and okay, Dr. Ravinder is from he's in Delhi now. So there are some people. Yeah. So like that, yeah. So if you people can come over, it'll be very good actually. Yeah, that's it for me. Anything else you want to know? You can just let me know.
Thank you, Deepak, for bringing it out. Whatever are your strategies and plans, and we have a country doctor who is fond of traveling. He will, Dr. T. He will definitely visit your stall, and I hope so. Dr. T. Few words from you, please. Please unmute and speak. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry, I forgot to. I'm new to this thing actually, so I'll see. Anyway, since this is being held in Kochi, I thought anyway it is around 150 kilometers or 200 kilometers from here. I can try. I'm planning to travel there and stay there for 2 days. So that's one request I want to make. Whoever can come, if you can come on the last 2 days, that is the 9th and 10th, isn't it, Deepak? 9th and 10th. We can get
Yes.
to meet each other, no, in person. Whoever is there, whoever is coming, if we can fix a date for meeting, like last day is best, I think, on the 10th. That will be a Sunday. So if Sunday, as many people as possible, if we can come together, we can physically meet each other once at least. So that is one suggestion I have. Anyway, it's a good thing. I have one Malayalam. One of my books has been translated into Malayalam. So there is one book that I can put there in Malayalam. So the other two are English books. Okay. So let's see. I mean, I'm new to this thing. I've never been to even for purchasing also, I don't think I've been to a book fair as such. I've gone to I always go to bookshops, but this is the first time a book fair.
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. And also, apart from book fairs and this, whatever we are doing, we have amongst us a magic lady who has won awards and recognitions more than anybody has written books also. So if Nirja Bandi, if you can come up front and tell us, how do you so conveniently, so easily get recognized for so many awards?
Hi, everybody. Well, awards, if you start one on Instagram, automatically people will start approaching you and you keep nominating yourself. Once you keep nominating, you keep getting selected to these awards. So it is a chain, one after the other. If you're interested, you can apply, otherwise you can just leave it. Regarding book fairs, yeah, I'm 100% satisfied with whatever has happened till now in Kolkata Book Fair and the Newtown Book Fair as well. So I would be willing to participate in all the book fairs that will be coming. And actually, we had missed one big book fair in Jaipur, which is starting from today itself. That is the biggest literally book fair in India, that is in Jaipur, but we could have actually participated there also. We have very few members in Jaipur as far as I know, Nupur and maybe one or two people more. So it would be difficult for them to manage single-handedly. SL, of course, he's a unique personality who can do it single-handedly, but it's not possible for everybody to do so. So maybe next time we would be happy to participate in a Jaipur Fest as well.
Yes, of course, there is always a next time. And
Yeah.
this is just the beginning. We have a way to go. So before I sum it up for tonight, if anybody has any questions, any suggestions, or any reflections, you are most welcome to unmute.
One suggestion for Deepak. Deepak, please say that the fiction and non-fiction books are segregated and placed in the bookshelves, so that if somebody who is interested in fiction would only go through that section and do not mess up the fiction and non-fiction books all in one bookshelf. So I think this would actually help. I did suggest this last time also. This would help to actually, I mean, limit the selection of books for the readers to probably maybe 50 or 60%, depending on their interests.
Okay.
Regarding that,
Yeah,
I'd
thanks
like
for
to
that.
mention here, regarding that, I would like to mention here that for that to happen, you need to have your books coming in on a particular span of days. Say, Kochi starts from 1st, so all the books should reach Deepak by between the range of 20th to 25th, so that he can catalog it and he can manage the shelves. I had books coming to me in the middle of the Mela also, wherein I did not have space to put the book and again reorganize the setup. So if we plan like this, that the books should come on particular days, on a particular span of days, within a particular span of days, Deepak will have enough time to segregate them. Otherwise, it will be tough for him. So you have to, whoever manages the show, next time onwards, like if it is happening in, say, some other place and somebody else is, managing the show, himself or herself, or maybe in a group. So first thing you do is put a date for the payment so that you can pay for the stall. Second is put a date for the books to arrive. So the person can have an estimate, okay, my book going from here to Kochi or somewhere else might take so many days. And always use speed post. Don't use courier. Because courier has a tendency of damaging the books and it's costlier also. But speed post, is more reliable. It takes a little bit of time and it's less expensive. So try to use speed post. This is from my experience. Secondly, Deepak, you have to see one thing. In general stalls, they give, the complimentary lights. Okay. Now, people generally, this is a mental, things, psychological things, better than me. There's a psychological thing when once the sun goes down, a better illuminated stall attracts people. So you have to buy some LED lamps, just focusing on the shelves. That's what we did in Newtown Book Fair. In fact, we were having competition from a guy who was selling books at 99 rupees. But we ended up selling more books because our bookstore was more illuminated. So these are the small things that I've learned. So we can try that also over here.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, right? जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So if you illuminate yourself well, and customers would like to come where the illumination is high, right? So if anybody has any other,
can I say?
Please, Mr. Sarin.
Yeah, it's for Satadalji. Satadalji, thank you very much. We all truly acknowledge the efforts and pain you have taken despite your health issues. And it was all commendable. You are doing it not for you. You are doing it for all of us. So thank you very much once again. And I just have a few general query, which is not for me. It is, I think, for everyone. I mean, I think when we be sharing how many books are sold, because although we were getting update on daily basis, but cumulative. Like I had 3 books. I mean, I don't know as of now that how many books are sold and how many are pending with him, so that this information may be shared. And then the information that the National Library, what to do further. We got the information, the book is selected, what is the way forward. And then about British Library, we have as directed, as suggested, we had written the letter for British Library also. So the way forward. So these were just general queries, which is, I think, others are also maybe having. So something may be shared subsequently, the time to come.
I'll start. I'll answer your third question first. British Library, I've shared the personal email ID of the assistant, coordinator over there. Okay. Now he will go through each mail. So it will take a week's time and he'll reply. He'll definitely reply. I'll make him reply. He'll reply, okay, I'm going through your book. Now this is very important, because once he goes through the books, he'll send a comment. And that comment will attract the book to a various ale. Like Vikramji has got his book selected. That was
just one question. We had because he'll be going through, how will be going through the transcript, little what we had written in the request letter. He will go through that, or he will go through the book.
He'll go through the book.
But where is the book?
The book is already with me. He will request for the book after looking through your mail and accepting your mail and replying to your mail.
Okay.
And then he will request the book from me. He will read the book, and then he will propose with his remark. Now there is a process to it. Vikramji's book and some other people's book, Nirjavandi probably, the books are already there in British Council. Now, how did it happen? I caught hold of a critic. These critics are, may I use the word, please don't use it outside, venomous creatures. They give very poor marks. They're very bad taskmasters. They read each line, each word, each comma, each full stop, and then put a remark. And that goes to all the libraries and mainly to the British Council. And then they put it in an ale number, row number, something. They put it and stamp it on the book. Your book is accepted. Vikramji's book got the highest marks, 9.4 upon 10, by a critic who is known to be, very miserly person. Unfortunately, his brother expired and he was not there in the book fair. Otherwise, things might have been easier for us. But that's how it happens. Now, this person will also do the same. He'll ask for a book from me, and then, he'll go through it. And within a week, they are very fast readers, and within a week's time on maximum 10 days.
I was new to this thing. This is good to know. Thanks.
And anybody who'd like to get their books critically acclaimed or, read by a critic and graded upon it, are also welcome to write to British libraries or the critics. I'll share the email IDs of the various critics that I know.
Kindly.
They will rank the book, give marks to the book. Vikram Kaitan, 9.4. So one of the best books coming out of our group.
Great.
And secondly, your second question was what happens to the National Library? Now, the most important thing for National Library is the cataloging part. Once they put our name and the name of the book in the catalog, that catalog, gets distributed in all the major bookstores like Crosswords, like Oxford, like The Word, like Pelican. So then they spread it around to other bookstores, smaller bookstores. So they believe in the libraries. So if your name of the book is appearing in their catalog, then they will ask for the bookstores will ask for books in bulk, not the library, the bookstore.
Okay, bookstore will ask.
Yeah, they believe in the libraries. They don't believe in you and me or any literary agent. So that is the answer of your second question. The first question.
Just a minute. Do we have to send book to National Library?
No, only one book has been sent. That will be catalogued. And the catalog will be sent to various places. They will do the sending.
Okay, thank you.
But being government agency, you know, government agencies, quote unquote, they are a bit slower than other people. I'll just use the word slower and nothing more caustic. Anyway, it will take its own time, but it will
Okay.
happen.
Thank you.
Your first question, sir, is regarding the cumulative sales. We have got two big Excel sheets, which I have been compiling from the morning, but in between I had some, other works also. And within a day or two, that will be shared in the group. That is one.
Sure.
And secondly, we also have the stocks, the stock register. So we'll update the stocks. Right now, for the district book fairs and all the indoor book fairs that we are having for the next, a few months, I don't know, it might go on till June or maybe beyond. We
Okay.
don't need any books to be sent. What we are doing is, BPC has seen this, we have created QR codes. Spondan, if you can kindly share the coming sheets with Deepak Devraj, it will be very easy for him, and the catalogs.
Oh, okay, okay, sir.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
It will be easy for him. What we are doing is, like, there are many people, sir, who are not they are not very conversant with ebooks. They think for ebook you need only the Kindle device, but you can download the ebook in your home laptop or your desktop or your smartphone. They don't know. So we have got a QR code which says that you scan the QR code, you'll be directed to the Amazon page of the author. From there you can buy the ebook, the hardcover if it is there, and the paperback. Now, there are some people who are selling books at 99 bucks. I don't know how. Offset printing, second-hand book, something like that. 99 rupees, you get a good book. You get, Dan Brown Inferno at 99. But then pages number 72, 73, 74 will be missing.
Oh.
But looking at that 99 rupees, it attracts people. Now they will see the ebook priced at 49, 77. They'll get attracted to it. So next, when we go indoors, my effort will be to sell more of ebooks. There I can concentrate on the people. But in the fairs, what happened? People want to touch the book, see the book, smell the book, and do whatnot with the book before buying. But in the indoors thing, we can pressurize people, we can push people to buy ebooks, which they do. In fact, we are having a program coming soon at Swapnabodh. There's a place called Swapnabodh. There, one person asked me, ebooks, do you have ebooks available? So I showed him the QR code with the authors. The authors, the names of the book, and the QR code. So you scan it, you go to the author's Amazon page. Then buy whatever. If you want the hardcover, you can buy the hardcover. If you want to buy all three, you can buy all three. So that option is there with people. So right now, you don't need to send any more books, whatever. Even if the stocks have been exhausted, you have got your poster, you have got your name, you have got a gumming sheet, and you have got the QR code. So don't worry about it. Your stocks, I'll anyway update. And there'll be some people from Calcutta and elsewhere who will call you directly. Anyone. Okay. They can call Lavanya Madam, they can call Spandan, they can call Vikramji, they can call you, they can call Nirja Bandi, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, saying that I liked your book. I'm recommending my book to my friend. What discount can you...
I have got a call.
Oh, great, great.
Mr. Monty called up.
Okay, that's great. What did he say? Can you please share?
He said that I'm not. I must admit that I'm not fully gone through your book, but I've been traveling. But whatever I have read so far, it's a great book, and I would like to meet you whenever I'm in Cuttack.
And let me tell you, did he introduce himself to you?
No.
He is the brother of the Assistant Joint Commissioner of Police in Kolkata.
Okay.
He is the younger brother. He said, don't reveal my identity. So,
okay.
And your book is with most of the OCs in the police circles. So you'll keep getting, don't worry, you'll not get arrested. You'll get.
No, you're making him nervous, no?
Dada, you must narrate the incident you had with Newtown police station.
Okay, one small snippet I'd like to, share across with all of you. Me and Mohan Nair, SD was there in Kolkata. So we went to his hotel, we had some discussions, and then we were coming out. It was around, say, 8:30 or probably 9 o'clock. And we had taken an Uber from his hotel, and I was moving to my place. Suddenly, a phone call came from an unknown number. So he said, I am OC of Anandapur police station. Why don't you come down to the police station? Now, if somebody tells you, not in the middle of the night, but much into the night, that you have to come to the police station, it makes you shivery. I was looking at Mohan Nair, did you do something wrong? He was looking at me, did you do something wrong? And the taxi wala was, and the Uber wala was thinking, are thieves sitting with me? Now we told him to change the direction and go to Anandapur police station. Okay, we went there. The thing OC was standing outside, and he said, welcome, welcome. Today is the birthday of Anandapur police station. And all of us, all the OCs from different police stations in Kolkata are here to discuss with you your unique bookstall. We have heard about it. It's a unique bookstall. We want to hear about it. Then again, 15-30 minutes, I had to talk about the bookstall and what kind of authors we have. And immediately 6 books of SDKar was taken. And because already Mr. Mohanty had spoken to them about SDKar and Buriganga. And they said that they'll come to our stall. They came to our stall. BPC, were you there when he came to the stall? He bought 7 books. 7 books from our stall of different authors. And then the other OCs kept on saying, we were on duty, we could not come. So we'll come some other day to your house. I said, please don't come to my house. Please call me wherever possible. I'll deliver you good books. So this is the kind of response we are getting. And don't be surprised if you get some phone call from some stranger in Kolkata or elsewhere saying that I like your book, I'm recommending your book. What is the discount you're going to give? So this is going to happen.
Great.
So,
That you told us,
questions
SL,
I
otherwise
wanted
we
to
would
ask.
not have been prepared for this.
I had 2 questions.
Yeah, one question from me, Deepak. What would be the ideal number of books to be sent to you? I mean,
Yeah, that's my question also.
Each copy, each book, how many copies would be better? I mean, the best.
That is even I can't say any exact figure in that, because this is also my first experience, so I can't exactly say, but at least maybe 5 copies will do. 3 or 5 copies, okay, at least, and then maximum how much ever you can send.
The only doubt is what would happen to the books that would
Yeah,
remain?
okay. Regarding that, okay, we can discuss later on that. Right now, okay, a few points that comes to my mind is it's up to you also. I mean, I need to get the feedback from all of you also regarding that. There are some options. There are some libraries in Kochi also, like Ernakulam Public Library is there. That is also a famous one. It is like, more than 100 years old or something like that. Famous library. One thing is there. Then apart from that, there are some bookstores also where we can keep the books. Then third one is I can courier the books back to you, you people. Okay, so whatever you tell me, we can.
No,
we can
I've
do
got
that.
a suggestion. Couriering the books back does not it does not look good. In fact, I would suggest that these books, they are booties. They stay with the the destination where they are going, and the next program, if it is in a separate city, we can send the books directly from this city to that city instead of the author again procuring the book and sending the book. We can do sending the book from this city to that city if we have got books in stock. So these will be like stock houses, storehouses, if the spillover books are left, instead of couriering it back to the author. That's number one. And secondly, I want to relate an incident regarding Deepak Devaraj. Now, this happened in July 2021. We were having the first AFH book launch. Great book launch, 133 authors probably. Am I getting the number right? 133 authors. And we had some MCs, compeers or anchors. And Deepak happened to be the first anchor. Now, what happened is the electricity went off. Nobody came to know about this. And Deepak very smartly took a candle and put himself under a blanket, and he continued with the show and completed it beautifully. Later on, when we had this internal discussions with Som Batla, after the program had ended successfully, he said, these are the things that happened. But nobody, if you go to the recap of that video and see it in YouTube, you won't find, that is the kind of quick thinking that he has. So be rest assured, your books are in the right hand and the stall is in the right hand.
Another question I want to ask. See, my books are priced at 250 and 295. So among my friends and all, I give for 200. It's okay with me because the cost of printing will come to less than 120. So how do we offer a discount at this fair? How do we do that?
Yes, it works. It works. If you offer a discount, it works for the buyers.
You have to
So
write it down there.
yeah, so like those are sending me the details, right, of the book description and all the bestseller screenshots. You can also mention that whether you're open for a discount, and you can just let me know approximately what price you can, the minimum price, okay, that you can offer for your book. Like say if your book is priced 250, and if you're okay giving it to till 200, you can just let me know over there also. Okay.
Deepak, can you
Our
send the list of,
Calcutta-
details, what all you require, so that in one
Okay.
WhatsApp
Yeah, I'll
message,
send
so
one,
that
one
we
message.
start
Okay.
sending the
Yep.
messages,
Yep.
mails.
In
Okay,
Calcutta, actually, flat 10% discount was allowed, I think, in all this. We can follow that to start with. I think Satadal.
So let the individual writer, author specify whether they want to give a discount, and if so, how much.
Yeah, that can be decided upon looking at the footfall, looking at what people are looking for. So that can be decided on the spot as well. So Deepak, of course, will be the best judge over there.
All right, so now we are nearing to 10 p.m. and let me sum it up, please. We would love to go on talking about things, but we have to sum it up somewhere until we meet again. So there are a few things I would like to communicate to everybody. Number one, please change your approach of writing. Try to write a great book which actually impacts your audience. Rather than writing too many books, write one book in a year or two books in a year, so that it actually goes and touches out to the audience. Trust me, if one such book hits the chord with your audience, that will make you a known author faster than any other means. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Secondly,
That's it. Yes.
we are already about, say, 30 plus people who are, like-mindedly involved with each other into this gamut of book fairs and exhibitions. So try to spread the good word and bring more people who have written valuable books. In your opinion, you have come across books from other fellow authors, from whichever group, from anywhere in the world. You can, even if you know some international authors, bring them into this fold, so that we will have a greater economy in our participation, as well as a wider range of books to present to the people who visit our stalls. And as we are looking at, these things are going to be a long drawn affair, at least from Satadal's corner. He belongs to a place where there are a lot of book lovers, book readers. So try to bring in more people into this fold. And thirdly, of course, stay in touch, help each other in whatever way. Even if you can make your presence somewhere, even if you come across a new opportunity, anything like you want to share with, the other authors who can also, come forward with you, or like Deepak took the initiative. So if you can get something like that, try to take the lead. We are all behind you to support you and help. So with this, I would like to close
Now,
this.
before Vikram, you end it, I'd like to sum up a few things that people should know. Number one, all these three fairs, all this whatever offline sales also, like the book that sold the most amongst fiction, non-fiction poetry was Seeds of Advice by Vikram Khetan, and which led the non-fiction genre also, and total books also from our stalls. Big round of applause for Vikram Khetan. And then talking about fiction, there is a surprise winner. There is a surprise winner. Whenever we talk about fiction, we talk about the person who has written 4 or 5 books, then come out with something new and become a hit. But this is a debut authoress, Deepa Hariharan with Princess Recall, recording the maximum number of fiction book sales. Applauses for her.
Great.
Great. Congratulations.
And poetry, of course, the category was dominated by Mukti Chattopadhyay, who's a lady, and she is very close to Lagnajita Chatterjee. So the victory belongs to Lagnajita Chatterjee, because this is a woman who wrote a poetry book, very nicely crafted poetry book from the ICU. So she has her books have sold the most in the poetry genre. So that is, we should clap for her. And Lagnajita, please convey to her our congratulations.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for getting the initiative for, what would I say? You're the rudder for the ship. And every day she's thanking me, thanking you, both of us. She is feeling better also. The doctors are even happy with the reports. So more of goodness is coming to her life. So I have said her that you have more things to do. You have more stories to write. Just tell your body that it has to get well and revive. So she is really happy.
And to mention the dark horses, the dark horses in these fairs. Number one is Devi Prasad. Where are you? Devi Prasad was one of the dark horses who managed to sell a lot of books. His books sold like good. Chris Rao, BPC, of course, BPC was there, but still in his absence also books sold. In fact, one of his relatives came in his absence, and his books have also brought about interest in people. Dr. Vijay Lakshmi with her book Battlefield. I personally would recommend everybody to read Battlefield because I have read it. I've read The War also, it's equally good. But Battlefield, I'd recommend everybody to read. And Rupal Mohta, she made a late entry. She was not there in the Newtown Book Fair. And her book, Indian Side Up and Just Stories. But Just Stories was a more recent book. And it got sold out faster. Congratulations to you. And congratulations to everybody who participated. You are all superstars. And district fairs are coming up. We'll have some new winners, surely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Good
Thank
night.
you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Good
much.
night,
sir.
everybody.
Thank you
Good
so
night.
much.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
everybody.
Good night.